Welcome back, guys. This is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. And the moment I saw this sauna light up, I felt like I was about to step into like an alien spacecraft. Like, what's that old Star Trek thing? Like, beam me up, Scotty. Like, that's genuinely how I felt. And honestly, I am not against it because this looks so sick. It's got this like modern, luxurious feel. It's compact, it's small. It is a true one-person sauna, and we are going to talk about the size dimensions on this in a minute. If you are looking for a total win in terms of a red light therapy and an infrared sauna all combined in one, with a modern, eco-friendly design, and then this awesome dark tinted glass that makes you feel like almost you are in your own little world, then stay tuned because we are going to be talking about the features, benefits, and the details of this sauna. But first, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Also, if you want to go ahead and purchase this, which honestly, I don't ever say this, I think that you should purchase this. Be sure to check out the link below the like button. And lastly, this was sent to us by the company, but this is an honest, transparent review like all of my videos. So let's talk about the details of this Sun Home Sauna Pod. Okay, so when I first came in to test this out, I had brought my two middle school girls with me. You can only imagine the volume level that raised when they entered into the building. I mean, they were kickboxing, they were punching a bag, they were being so loud, all while blasting the Barbie soundtrack. I mean, good for them, like at least they're cool. But I actually had to get work done, and I was testing this out. The first thing I noticed, aside from just the slick modern design, the cool lighting, everything that feels like luxury about this, is that when you shut the door, the sound all of a sudden like goes away. Like truly, it becomes so muffled that if you are looking for an escape from your kids or you just want to hide from your kids, like they're not going to see you in this thing. When the lights are off because of this glass tinted door, like you can barely see anybody inside. And so I say for parents, this is a huge win because sometimes we just need to escape from our kids. Am I right? Okay, so let's talk about the assembly and the user friendliness of this. One thing I appreciated about the assembly is they do have a QR code right on the assembly process panel that you can go ahead, easily scan to get your instructions. So that is a positive for sure. The second thing is the assembly. We had a really hard time locking the panels into place. Essentially, we almost had to skip a step, lock all the panels into place, and then put it on that bottom center piece. So it was just kind of wonky the way that they had set it up versus our experience. However, two people can still easily set this up in just a couple of hours. The other thing in terms of like user friendliness, now a lot of times with like a sauna panel, it will have clearly marked instructions on like what the lighting does and what the temperature is. And a lot of times with like sauna panels, they will have like clearly labeled like the on button, the lighting button, the temperature button, the time duration. It wasn't as like matter of fact on this. I had to play around with it a little bit. It's not the biggest deal. Like I was able to figure it out fairly quickly, but it just wasn't as clearly labeled as some other saunas that we've seen. The other thing about this is it does have a shuffling LED like light rainbow. It switches from like red, green, yellow, blue, and back and forth. On some other saunas, you can go ahead and basically just set the color to whatever you want or choose the shuffle option. With this one, it's basically rave 100% all of the time. And so if you get like motion sickness, I'm looking at you, my friend Hillary, who can't handle raves and gets motion sickness. But if you can't handle that, then definitely just turn off that function because it is pretty intense. It does flash pretty quickly. I enjoy it, but I recognize that not everybody does. Okay, so this is an eco-friendly, high-tech infrared sauna, but it also utilizes red light therapy. I'm going to talk about red light therapy here in a minute, but 100%, I'm a big fan. And this is the first sauna I've seen utilize this sort of function. When you purchase it, it also comes with red light therapy specific eye goggles, which 100% you should be wearing. And don't think that you can just go ahead and use your like regular tanning goggles if you have them lying around from the 1990s. It is a different type of eye protection from UV to red light therapy, so make sure you're using the red light specific goggles. There are two options in terms of wood, whatever you decide. So there is either Canadian hemlock or Canadian cedar. We have the Canadian cedar one here, and you can like smell it. Like I love the smell of cedar, but it is a very strong aroma. whereas hemlock isn't as a strong of aroma. And also the hemlock option is a little bit cheaper. So the Canadian hemlock option costs $5,499, and then the Canadian cedar option costs $7,099. So there is quite a big of a price difference between the two. And truth be told, I would just go with the cheaper option. Even though I like cedar, I like the scent of cedar, I think that there are a couple key benefits to choosing the hemlock over that. A couple of those key benefits are that it is a low toxicity wood. It's basically odorless. You're not having that like strong aroma. It's also natural microbial, so it's going to help resist against like mold and bacteria, especially as you are sweating in your sauna. Obviously, we're all disgusting, all of that sweat dripping onto the ground. Definitely clean out your sauna, people, but because of the hemlock properties, it is going to help like negate some of that mold and bacteria buildup that you are going to get just from repeated sauna sessions. A couple key benefits to red light therapy. I actually been doing red light therapy for probably 6 months, a couple times a week. I have personally noticed my skin clearing up. I have noticed better sleep. Other couple benefits that come with red light therapy is muscle recovery. So it basically improves circulation. It also can help with people who have arthritis because it reduces inflammation or joint pain. So if you are experiencing that, try out red light therapy. Like honestly, I am sold on its benefits after using it. Another key feature to red light therapy is just like your skin factor. So it helps promote collagen, it helps with anti-aging, it helps fight acne, all of the things that I have recognized. And then also it's just a mood booster. I actually started using it because it was gray and winter and cold, and I was just honestly dealing with like seasonal blues, and I thought I would give it a go. Guys, this actually genuinely helped me. So for that reason alone, I'm pretty sold on this sauna. Another cool feature, and if you've heard me talk about any of my other videos, you know how much I appreciate a quality sound system. The Bluetooth connection to these speakers is absolutely solid. The sound is crystal clear. It's very loud. You can go ahead and just function basically your playlist, the sound all from your phone, and it comes through like crystal clear. This also has a very low EMF and then ELF rating. Basically, you're not going to experience any sort of electromagnetic fields higher than any sort of like household appliance that you would use. This is a compact pod. So the dimensions on this are 40.1 inches in diameter by 77.5 inches tall. This is a true one-person sauna. So this might be a call out that I would have. I am 5'4", and when I sat down, closed the door, I could comfortably sit. I wish that the back rested a slightly back. It's pretty straight, like up and down, and just for relaxation purposes, I wish it had a little bit of a lean to it. And when I went ahead and moved my head forward, sometimes I'll kind of like put my elbows on my knees and just lean forward. My head was pretty close to hitting that door. So if you are a taller person, I definitely think that your head is going to come in contact with the glass door. Something to be aware of, because even though it is a true one-person sauna, guys, it is a true one-person sauna. Like, it is pretty small and compact. Another thing about this is, compared to other infrared saunas, the temperature doesn't get very high. So a lot of infrared saunas go from around 150, maybe 160 degrees. We've seen one at 170 degrees, but generally not very high in temperature, especially compared to like traditional saunas. This one reaches temperatures from 0 to 149 degrees, and then you have a 90-minute timer. So essentially, once you set that timer and you turn your sauna on, it's automatically going to start counting down. Now, because it is so small and compact, it really doesn't take a long time to reach that full 149 degrees. It took us about 35 minutes. So we'll go ahead, like minus 35 from 90. You still have about like an hour-long session that you can go ahead and do that. And I would not want to stay in a sauna for an hour. So if you do, like, good for you. But again, like, it doesn't take long to heat up, and then you still have a lot of available time in your session. In terms of the power cord, so make sure you have 2 outlets available. One, you just need like a standard outlet, and that's to plug in the red light therapy box and function that one. And then make sure you have a 120 volt plug with a NEMA 520p. Basically, most household appliances should have this function, but just double check before you purchase it so you don't have to have any sort of surprises or have an electrician come out to make sure you have the ability to use this sauna. But again, you are going to need at least 2 outlets in order to use it. And both come from this top pod, and they run down, and it's about 11 feet in length with each cord available. final thoughts on this. I'm sold. I mean, it could just be that I'm deceived because this is the first infrared sauna I have seen with red light therapy. I think that that is a fantastic addition with so many benefits that you are gaining from the infrared as well as the red light. I think that it is modern. I think that it is slick looking. I love that when you are in it, you almost feel like you're in your own little oasis away from everything. I would say that it is compact. You are going to have to make sure that you have 2 outlets available. And then again, it doesn't reach like those full high temperatures that we see with some other infrared saunas, but that's not a big deal to me. Like I still got a great sweat out of it. I still gained a lot of benefit. Like truly, like if you are looking for a cool looking 1-person sauna, I would definitely buy this one. Sam and I, in fact, are fighting over who gets to take it home for a while because we both loved using it so much. But let me know what your thoughts about this Sauna Home Pod are in the comments below. This has been Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. Peace.